Hey everyone, welcome back to the Django Crash Course. In this video, we are going to talk about how to configure and use static files in Django. That includes things like CSS, JavaScript, and images. If your Django app looks plain right now, this is how we bring it to life with styles and front-end assets. Let's get into it. What are static files? Static files are files that do not change, like CSS style sheets, JavaScript files, images, videos. These are used to enhance the front end of your Django project. When you create a Django project, Django already has basic static file support. If you open up your settings.py file, you'll see here static URL. This defines the URL path for accessing static files in development. Let's create a static folder in our app. Static. Inside this, we are going to create a to-do folder, and inside the to-do folder, we'll have our main.css file. In this, we will simply write the style background color to be black for all the elements. Now, to use this CSS files, we will open up our template, the base template. Here at the beginning of this file, we are going to use a tag to load the static file. Load static. After that, we need to link to our CSS file. And here in the href, we are going to use the tag static. We'll provide the path to our static file inside to do folder main.css. That's all that we need to do to use the static file we just created. Let's run the server. Python manage.py run server. The server started and you can see everything is black here. If we go back and change the styling again, let's change the color of background to red. If I go back and reload, this is our new color. So this is how you can include your static CSS files. For the image, we can download an image from pexels.com and we are going to call it, let's search for to-dos. Open containing folder. And here I have put the file in my static folder. I'll just rename it into background, and here in my base.html, to use this image, I'll simply put the tag. Let's put it after the navigation bar. img src equal to double quotes curly brace percentage static and then path of this file, which is inside to do folder background dot jpg. After that, we will close this image tag, save it. If I go back to my awesome Django app and reload it, we can see an image here. Now we can style it just like any simple HTML element. We will just go to main.css, img tag, we'll say width equal to 100 pixels, and we'll make the height auto. If I go back, reload, you can see the image here. So this is how you can add any static file. For better management, you can put the images in one folder, CSS files in the other, and one for the JavaScript files. Many a times you would like your static files to be global. So to make your static files project level, you will go to settings.py and you will define another setting here. Static files dirs, all caps, static files underscore dirs. And here you define the list of the directories where you want Django to search for static files. os.paths.join. With this settings, we have configured Django to use a static folder in the project root. In production, Django collects all the static files into one location. For development, it's this. For production, you need to save all your static files on some remote server. For the production, you need to specify the static root settings. Static root. To collect all the static files into this folder, you will run the command python manage.py collect static. If I press enter, you'll see a new folder has been created, collect static, and there are all the static files for our application. And that's how you configure and use static files in Django. You now know how to serve style sheets, JavaScript, and images in your app. In the upcoming videos, we are going to learn about authentication in Django. Got any questions? Drop them in the comments. Like and subscribe if you found this helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.